Hey everyone, this is Mike. I don't know which channel I'm gonna put this on. It's either gonna be on Evil Tig 13 or Evil Tig. I'm gonna start as I get more of these 35 millimeter and 120 millimeter cameras. I'm going to start a whole just a video blog on reviewing the cameras and what they do. This is the only one that I have right now. I had a Rolleicord and I sold it, and I'm getting a different style one. And I do miss the Rolleicord, but it's very expensive to develop the pictures. I found out it's fairly cheap to develop them yourself and just scan them in, so it's possible that I'm going to set up a nice little developing station here to develop 35 millimeter and 120. But at any rate, this video is about the Argus C3. It's also known as the brick camera. Because of its squareness. Looks like a brick. It's built like a brick too. Sorry, I had to move the mic. It's real durable, and that's what it was known for, being really a strong camera. And it was one of the most popular cameras at one time. It was started in 1939. It was developed in 1938 to 1966. And it was made in Michigan, well, Arbor, Michigan, in the USA. It was the best-selling 35 millimeter camera. A lot of this information I got off of Wikipedia because I just don't generally know all this information on every one of the cameras. But if you want to know more about the camera, you can search Wikipedia. Just type in ARGUS space C3, Argus C3. This camera also was used in the movie Harry Potter, of course, and in that movie, of course, you recognize it better with the flash mounted to it. And I haven't used the flash yet. I don't have any bulbs. And but your batteries go in here. You put your batteries in there, and then on the back of the flash has this little red button that you push, and that'll eject the bulb. And then it also has the lens settings with flash, the best settings to go by. It's not rare to find the flash with this sticker intact in such good condition, but it's most of the ones I've seen have not had this on there, but it's not rare. I haven't seen that many. So that's the flash, and here's the camera, and here's how the camera functions. Okay, you have your lens, obviously, and this is a 50 millimeter lens, f3.5. On the end of the lens here, if you rotate this, you can go down to f8 to f3.5. You just rotate this like that. And what that effectively does is, let's open it up. It opens and shuts the aperture. And so let's set this to 2. And we'll do the shutter. And then you can kind of see in there the aperture opening and shutting. Okay, so that's how you do your aperture right here. Okay, now to do the shutter, for speed, slow or fast, it's got this little dial here that says scenes, and it has action over here. So it starts on 4 and goes around to 8. So on 4, when you take the picture, let me turn that. You can hear the shutter is slower. So then when we go up to 5, 6, 7, and take it around to 8, on a bright sunny day, a lot of action, cars driving by, whatever, the shutter is faster. It opens and closes a lot faster. So that's how you set your shutter for what's going on. If it's darker and not a lot of movement, you would obviously go over to you know, the 4, the 5, or the 6. So it's a slower shutter and a wider aperture. Put it on 3.5. It's opened up, drawing in more light. Slower shutter, bring more stuff in. Now, to focus the camera, there's 2 windows in the back, 2 little holes. The hole on the right, you look through, you see a split window. And that split window is this box and this hole here. And it's a rangefinder focus system. So it shows you the top image out of here and the bottom image out of here. So what you do is, as you're looking through it, the 2 images are not lined up. And as you rotate this, you line the images up. Vertical images, not horizontal. So like a pole or the side of a person's face or whatever. You do this until it lines up and it's correct, like a puzzle. And then you're in focus. You can take the picture. On a bright sunny day, you can drop the F down to 5, you know, and you get more of a focus range and get it in there. At 3.5, I'm sorry, reverse that. At 3.5, when it's open, you're going to have more depth of field, by way of, you need to make sure that you're really critical on getting the focus right. And you can drop it back to 6 or 5 to get more of a depth of field and more stuff in focus. Okay, so that's how you focus. And you can see it rotating the lens while you turn this, because there's a gear here in the middle. And if you ever want to clean that, you want to make sure you set this thing to where it's locked. Then you can unscrew this cap and pull your gear off and clean it and put it back on while it's still in the same position. Now let's see, this is how you basically set the shutter so it's ready to be fired now. Okay, just push down there. And on a side note, like I've told other people, if you're looking to get one of these C3 bricks because you're a Harry Potter fan and want a collectible, well, the one in the movie had a black knob here, a switch, black switch. You can always paint the other one, but if you want to use the camera, you wear the paint off, you have to keep touching it up. So now the shutter button has a 1 and a B on it, and you can rotate that. So when you cock the shutter and you have it set on B, it's on bulb function. So when you push it down, you can hold the shutter open to expose more film. Say like if you're exposing the night sky in the middle of the night, and then you just release it and it releases the shutter. If you turn it to what looks like a 1 or an I, it goes by what this setting is and just fires the shutter on whatever setting you have. So that's the front of the camera. On the top of the camera, you have your little dial that indicates what photo you're on. That'll advance forward every time you wind the film. And it has this little, I don't have any film in it right this second, but see, it'll lock. I can't turn it anymore. And then when you take the picture, hold on. Yeah, it's going to be going this way. It locks. Then you take the picture, and to advance the film, you have to push this down and wind the film. But you push it down, and as you start winding the film, you let go, and it'll stop on the next picture. So push this down, wind the film, and effectively while you're winding, it's going to look like that, and it's going to stop on the next picture. Okay, so, and this is what you wind your film with. Okay. Now, on the back of the camera, you just have your viewfinder and your rangefinder. This is the hole you'd look through after you get your focus right to frame the shot. And then you have the inside of the camera. And again, if you turn this to bulb and set it, you can watch the shutter inside there. When I open it, it'll stay open until I release it. And then you load your film by pulling this down, putting your film in, pushing this up, pulling it across, threading it in there, winding it up and getting it set on the spool, close it, and that's what we're going to do now. I haven't had much luck with this particular camera, and I don't know why, but I'm going to test it again. I had two of these cameras, and this one, for some reason, everything functions perfectly, but so you set your roll of film in there, push that up, and then pull this across, and slip it into that slot, and then hopefully I got it in there far enough. Pull a little bit more out. Okay, I think I got it in there. So I'm going to push this button on the top and just advance a little bit to make sure it's going to track. And it looks like it's tracking fine. So I'm going to go ahead and close it and go ahead and wind the film until it stops. And I'm ready to take a picture. I'm going to take some pictures with it. And in later videos, I'll show you what the pictures look like if they come out. And go ahead and, check back. I should be getting more cameras soon. I'll be doing more videos on different 120 and 35mm cameras. Check the description below for the Twitter, Facebook, and my other channels. And you can check back with this video, and I'll put links on it to the next camera video. And on that video, I'll have the next camera video link on that at the end. And so you can just bookmark this video if you wanted to, if you want to see any in the future, or you can subscribe, like, all that good jazz. Everyone, take care, and remember, Argus C3 brick. It's a wicked fun old camera to play around with. If I missed anything, oh, there's the shoe. It's not a hot shoe; it's a cold shoe. And there are a lot of accessories you can get for this thing that I didn't go over because I don't have them. Like a light meter that can go up here, and the best place to find them is eBay. But other than that, I think I covered everything. To release the back, there's a button basically right here, just a piece of metal that's bent. You push it, it releases the back to open it. It does have the threaded deal here, so you can put it on a tripod, I believe. Yeah, threaded for a tripod. And this deal to wind your film back up after you're done. So everyone, take care.